What's going on, everybody? Welcome to the Freedom Fire Podcast, where we want to stoke the flames of freedom every single day. My name is Kendall Bowman. We got a crazy show for you guys today, but before we get into that, make sure you hit the like button, subscribe, leave a comment in the comment section, and share the show with your friends. Follow me on all the socials down in the description. Let's try to grow the channel. All right, guys. So, in case you guys, for all the people who have lives, the Grammy Awards show went down on Sunday, and it revealed everything that we have known about Hollywood for a while now. From Rebel News, the unholy Grammy performance by Sam Smith and Kim Petras sparks condemnation. On Sunday night, numerous viewers of the 65th Annual Grammy Awards were appalled by a controversial performance by Sam Smith and Kim Petras. The duo, who won the 2023 Grammy Award for Best Pop Duo Group Performance for their song Unholy, performed to a backdrop of fire and red lights and surrounded by dancers using props with allusions to BDSM themes. Smith topped their performance off with a hat adorned with horns, making it clear to the audience that the act was meant to invoke a satanic theme. The song itself contains lyrics that praise Balenciaga, the clothing brand recently embroiled in a child sexual exploitation scandal. I think a lot of people honestly have kind of labeled what I stand for and what Sam stands for as religiously not cool. You don't say. So it's a take on not being able to choose religion and not being able to live the way that people might want to live because, as a trans person, I'm kind of already not wanted in religion. The performance quickly became the subject of intense backlash online. Writer Ben Q tweeted, "I know we on the right probably use the word satanic often, but this performance from Sam Smith is literally a tribute to Satan." And it was. It was. And I was watching Timcast or Tim Pool's channel yesterday. He was talking about this, and he had the thought that he didn't much care that they had all of this satanic imagery and were pushing this satanic ideology in this show. And I disagree with that. I think that because our country was established on Christian godly values, the values of Satan would obviously be the direct opposite of what our country stands for. Therefore, we should absolutely push back on them. For example, the value of all men are created equal is a godly value. It is a Christian godly value, and it's the value that was written in our Constitution that allowed the slaves to be freed because they were able to point at the document and say, "Hey, you're not living up to this." And of course, we were able to fix that because we were built on godly values. But this is the direct opposite, and it's getting worse. From Breitbart, Satanic Temple to open the world's first religious abortion clinic offering abortion rituals. The Satanic Temple is proudly unveiling what it has described as the world's first religious abortion clinic, where it will offer abortion rituals. It is mockingly naming the facility after Supreme Court Justice Samuel Alito's mother, as the justice penned the opinion overturning Roe v. Wade, a move saving countless unborn lives. The Satanic Temple's TST Health is described as a collaborative of reproductive rights advocates and abortion care providers, contracted and directed by the Satanic Temple to advance its reproductive religious rights campaign. It plainly states its goal of expanding access for mothers to terminate the lives of their unborn children, as well as expanding what it describes as TST's abortion ritual. They're outright saying it. They're outright saying that they want to kill babies in a ritual to Satan. Now, we in the Christian space have known for a while that this movement has always been satanic and evil, but they're outright saying it now. Our country, our nation has devolved to such a level where these people feel comfortable outright saying it. It's unacceptable. Now, I think that this foolish and disgusting ideology, I think it needs to be debated. I think that Christians and people who obviously stand against the evil that is abortions, seeing as how 95% of abortions are simply just abortions that are being used as contraceptive, basically. It's not because the mother's life is in danger. It's simply because you don't want to have responsibility. 95% of abortions are that way. And so they're just outright saying it at this point. They're outright saying that this is because they want to kill babies. It's disgusting. But we got people who are fighting back. A mob of hashtag trans activists took over the Oklahoma Capitol building to try and stop the state's Republican lawmakers from passing bills that would outlaw the transitioning of minors and require teachers to inform parents if students identify as trans. This is from Mr. Andy No. Let me explain something to you guys. If a child cannot consent to sexual acts, which they should not be able to, obviously, for many different reasons. If a child cannot consent to that, then why on earth could they be allowed to consent to changing their sex or gender? They can't, obviously. This is illegal. It's completely illegal. But it's not stopping them from trying to do it. Now, I'm glad that the state of Oklahoma is doing something. I believe that there's multiple bills in the state of Texas as well. Some other states have done some things to stop this as well. The entire nation of the UK has completely thrown this out because, it's destroying the lives of their children, which is really sad that we still have places in our country who choose to destroy their children's lives, but that's neither here nor there. But the state of Oklahoma is fighting back. The state of Oklahoma is fighting back, and so are many other states. And we got to keep pushing forward against this satanic agenda. If a child can't consent to sexual acts and they can't consent to changing their sex, that would be the ideal life for a kid. They're children. They cannot consent to these things. But let me tell you about the slippery slope. If they were allowed to, which is exactly what these trans activists in this video want them to be able to do, if they could consent to that, then what's to stop them from being able to consent to sexual acts? What's to stop them from being able to do that? That's right. These activists right here want to make it so that kids can consent to having their sex changed. Therefore, they can consent to having sex, right? That's exactly what they want. It's evil. It's satanic. And we're going to put a stop to it. We got to keep fighting every single day. We got to keep pushing back. We got to keep passing bills in these states and shutting this down. We need to be calling up our reps. We need to be in the streets protesting. This has got to stop. I'm glad the state of Oklahoma is doing something. I'm glad Texas is doing something. I'm glad Florida is doing something. But we got to do more. We got to keep doing more to stop this and to protect our children. Guys, I don't know if you know this or not. This is what your kids are seeing all the time. If your kid has a phone with social media on it, this is what they're seeing. This is their role models right here. This satanic garbage is what your children will be seeing every single day. Guys, I'm not the wisest person on the planet. But I will say this. Don't let your kids have social media. Homeschool your kids. Get out of the cities. Those 3 things right there will greatly improve not only your life, but also the lives of your kids. I'm going to leave it there, guys. I'll have a show coming for you guys tomorrow. I'll see you guys then. Bye, guys.